Good morning, Atlanta communities, and welcome to Wake Up to Broker Up with Mark, episode number 23. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. The cameraman was all over me about getting onto the set and getting in front of the camera, and I was late. So I want to tell you a story, boys and girls, from a long time ago, last weekend, about a transaction where we represent the seller, and the seller was just disgruntled after signing the purchase and sale agreement. So they've been under contract, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days by the time it hit me, and they found my name on the internet. Wasn't given to them by our realtor, and they looked me up, and Thursday evening they reached out to me and wanted to talk Thursday evening, and I said, nah, happy to talk to you first thing tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock Friday morning. They called me, and what they wanted to talk about is how gross negligent the Atlanta Community's realtor was, and how they failed to look after their best interest, and all this kind of lawyer talk. And ultimately what had happened is that the seller signed a purchase and sale agreement with seller lease of buyer's property contingency exhibit, where there was only 2 days in between the time that ended and the closing here in Atlanta, because the property was located out of state. And guess what? After they signed it, they were mad about what the terms were. And they didn't know that until after they reviewed the purchase and sale agreement after they signed it. And guess whose fault that was after they signed it? Couldn't have been ours. They had the power, they signed it, and then they didn't like it. So all day Friday, all day Saturday, and some of the day Sunday, I had to talk to this disgruntled seller. Happy to do that, that's our job. But really unable to help them, because they were trying to get out on a technicality about the buyer not listing their property fully in out of state, where it was because they had put it in a coming soon status, which I thought was compliance, but the sellers didn't like it. So I had to draft some language, send over a notice, try to get them to cure it for a breach that the seller didn't want cured. And then they wanted to terminate on Sunday. And I wrote my standard, hey, you ought to talk to an attorney before you do this, because there could be a more legal liability than you know. And they pushed it off till Monday, and it was really good that they did. So, I'm sorry, Monday, not Monday, that was Memorial Day. Tuesday, they contacted an attorney, took all day. At 6 o'clock p.m., right after I got home, I get the TNR from the buyer. Thankfully, they had terminated during due diligence. About simultaneously, the seller had sent over the language the attorney told them to put in the TNR they were going to send. But anyway, it crashed and burned, and that was great. And I'd never been happier in my life that a purchase and sale agreement had crashed. So what's the point of the story? Well, here's the point of the story. The point of the story is you got to make sure that the people you represent read what they're going to sign before they sign it. Because if they sign something and then they discover what it says, it's your fault. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Saturday. Sorry this one ran out long. Bye-bye.